All rise. The Warden Commander and Liege Lord of all Amaranthine enters. I've held it off as long as I could, but you hold the right of high justice on your land. Certain matters of court must be decided. There is a matter with Sir Temmerley that simply couldn't wait. By custom, the claimants make their case to you. I'll advise you after, then you rule. The Seneschal of the Vigil can hold court as well, if the Arl commands it. Be seated. The Warden Commander will first hear the matter of the Crown against the sheepherder Alec.
On behalf of the Crown, I submit that Alec stole 2 bushels of grain bound for the garrison in Amaranthine. When confronted by soldiers, he confessed. The punishment for theft from the Crown is death by hanging.
What say you, Alec?
My sheep were slaughtered by the Darkspawn. My family was starving. I asked for mercy. Commander, mercy.
The poor bugger. Had he stolen from anyone besides the Crown, he'd escape with a flogging.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next matter is of a civil nature. Lady Liza Pacton is the sovereign of Terns Down. She...
I prefer to speak for myself. The old Earl Rendon Howe made certain promises to me. Some of these he committed to paper. I was given the right to the incomes of the Southern Bridge.
And what part did you take in Howe's conspiracies, Liza? To get such a fruitful prize? I am Sir Darren, and it is my land she seeks. Taken from me because I was one of the few nobles who stood against Turnlogan.
Commander, Sir Darren is an ally, and Amaranthine has precious few who support you wholeheartedly.
If there's any hope of persuading more nobles to your cause, you must be fair-minded.
My father built that bridge. But, very well. I place my trust in you.
The Commander has spoken. The matter is resolved. Bring in Sir Temmerley the Ox.
Sir Temmerley stands accused of a murder most foul. You and your men came upon Sir Tamra in the dead of night and did cravenly ambush her. You dare too much, Captain Garavel. I am noble-born and will not submit to your accusations. You are accused of murder, sir. My soldiers found you fleeing while Sir Tamra's blood was still hot. There's a great deal of traffic on the roads, not all of it human. And it's so dangerous at night. We were merely in a hurry to reach a nice, safe place. You mock this court with your denials. You have nothing, Captain. Release me, Commander. It's this common lout's word against mine.
You will recall Sir Tamra as the knight who warned us against the conspiracy. Sir Temmerley was a confederate of Arl Howe. Only some blood on their clothes. A sadly common sight on travelers these days. Besides that, nothing. The captain looked into the matter thoroughly. I fear you're correct. There'd be some outrage. There's no love for the Ox, but he's a noble. With such scant evidence. But you are within your rights to execute him. If he's innocent, I'm the Empress of Orlais. But it's possible, I suppose. What is your will?
What is the meaning of this? You can't do this!
Oh, but the Commander very much can. This session of the Arling's court is over. And Maker help me. I hope the next one is easier than this.
You know, I'm actually not the first Howe to be a Grey Warden. Following in my grandfather's footsteps, more like. His name was Padric Howe. He joined the Order before it returned to Ferelden just after the war. Never contacted his family again. Just vanished. Now that I know about the joining, I think he died. I know that now. Father always said he was a horrible man for abandoning the family to join a pointless cause. I grew up ashamed of my grandfather. But now I see his bravery. That will take some getting used to. My father often forgot that nobility has another meaning. You know, my grandfather had a bow passed down from his grandfather. I wonder if it's still around. At any rate, we should probably get back to it. There are darkspawn to kill, I'll bet. Somewhere. Is this what I think it is? It is. That's the Howe crest burned into the wood right there. This is my grandfather's bow. Or rather, my grandfather was the last to use it. It was originally made for an ancestor during the Exalted Marches. That's the one, yes. I remember finding it before Father sent me to the Free Marches. A shame for it to sit in storage. Thank you. It's good to have a part of my family's legacy again. Something to be proud of.
Psst. Psst. Warden.
Haren is content to let me craft away in obscurity under dreadful conditions. Never a care for the art of crafting. But you're not so dreadfully common. Exactly. I want to make wondrous things, things a dwarf and craftsman would appreciate. If you come across any fantastical materials, could you perhaps visit old Wade?
Wade, what are you about?
Oh, nothing, nothing. Remember, fantastical materials.
You don't always wear robes, do you?
Not when I'm naked, I don't.
I mean when you run from the circle. Robes would make you easy to spot.
So does the big I'm a mage sign around my neck. I like to make it easy for the Templars.
Ah, so that's how it's going to be.
Commander, the men cleared the rubble. You'll have to see what they found for yourself. Here we are. Look at her.
I knew it led to the deep roads. I could smell it.
It looks safe enough to climb down. Find a way to stop the Darkspawn from coming back this way. Good luck.
So, mage, huh? What's it like?
To have all this power at my fingertips.
No, to always have to wear a skirt. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know the story behind the robes. You know how strict things are in the Circle, right? Well, of course you do. Well, the robes make quick trysts in the corner easy. No laces or buttons, you're just... well, you're done before the Templars catch on.
Really?
Just ask anyone.
Anyway, after having my mic off for, like, the first 8 hours of this game and completely forgetting about it, I'm turning my mic back on now. So this doesn't look like any other entrance to the deep roads I've ever seen, which is interesting. Circle of the Forsaken. That's not completely ominous or anything. Hey! Anders, would you stop freezing? The Walk of Bone. Who names these things?
Surrender, and we'll be merciful!
Yes, okay. Do you do anything, or do you just... oh. Okay. Great. Look, boys, you don't need to all be standing right around him. 2 of you are long range. How about you move the fuck back? Thank you. No, stop chasing after my long range people.
Commander, the ancestors favor us indeed. This is a dwarven barrier door. Before old Calharol fell, she nearly had it complete. Only the mechanism needs work. If they'd only had a bit more time to finish, Orzammar wouldn't be all alone. Won't take me long to fix up the mechanism. Poor sods were nearly done. This is proper dwarven engineering. You stand back now. Should buy us a few years. A decade if we're lucky.
That'll give us time to devise a more permanent solution. Of course.
Oh cool, and she's gonna stick around so I can loot the bodies.
All right.
Are you ready? Of course.
How do the Templars always find you, Anders?
Incredibly angry. That's how they find me.
There must be some trick to it, surely.
They began recruiting women. The male Templars never stopped to ask for directions.
You're impossible to talk to.
I do my best.
They're so cute. Poor Nathaniel. He's just like, I just want to have a reasonable conversation with you. But no, Anders doesn't do reasonable conversations.
Hey, I gotta thank you for saving my hide today. There was that guy, and he was all, "Grr," and I was, "Grr," but then I got hit by an arrow, and then I fell over, and it was meep, but you were there, and you were all, "Roar." Spectaculous. I'm gonna drink to you, Commander. Here's to the...
It's a Dalish, Nella. Come see.
Oh, she's very stern, isn't she?
What's she doing here, do you think? I'm right here, you slack-jawed oafs. At least have the courtesy to speak when I pass by.
Oh, we're sorry, great lady. We didn't mean to offend.
Yes, we are very, very sorry.
Look at how they cower. They're like frightened animals. The sight of them sickens me. You have proven different. You did not run in fear when I threatened you. Who will stand up for them or respect them if they allow themselves to be terrified by passers-by? It makes no difference. Human, Dalish, dwarf, no one should be able to tell them their place. You two. A Dalish amulet carved from the heart of a tree as old as this world. Remember who you are.
Doors busted down, skulls thumped, and vices preyed upon. But I have answers. It will be. I could not unearth the conspirators' identities. They are paranoid. But I know they meet at Old Stark's farm on the Ferroval Plains. Make her be with you.
This is a beautiful tree. I did not expect to find one strong and thriving in a Shemlin town. Nature does indeed. You may not recognize, but this is a Dal Amithal, the tree of Mythal. Our keeper's staves are cut from its like. Our keeper, Ilshe, had a staff cut for me, for when I would take on her role. Clearly not. And besides, why do you care? Enough of this. I wish to move on.
What?
What?
You were staring at me, you man-skirt-wearing freak.
Oh, I thought you were being attacked by a wild animal. It was only your beard.
You think you're so clever, don't you? Sparkle fingers.
I kind of like Sparkle Fingers for Anders. I think I'm going to call him Sparkle Fingers. It sounds vaguely like it could be innuendo.
As you desire.
Yes, I'm just going to be walking into this chantry and stealing your book. Because some questionable orphans have asked you for it, asked me for it, asked somebody for it. They probably don't know they're dealing with the Warden Commander. My cat is sneezing. Hey, look, there it is. And she's not paying attention.
All right.
Don't mind me. I've already stolen everything else out of this chantry. And I have donated moonshine and Lord knows what else.
As you desire.
Of course. Alright, what have we got now? We lost a pitchfork, a hammer, the soles of a pair of shoes, and something that appears to be scratched out, a doll. We would also like a pie. Please help us. I will help you, you adorable children. Thank you for the book. We're having a lot of fun with it. We also want to say a big thank you to blah blah blah. It's a bunch of herbs we gathered ourselves. We're there in the basket. Can you put the herbs in Leanna's bed? Uh-huh. Sure. I'm always around for fucking with the chantry. This is ridiculous. Sure, kids.
And so I shall.
Did you see those two throwing money around last night? I wish I had a mysterious benefactor.
Hey, why didn't we think of this earlier? Wine and women all day and all night.
Here's to our mysterious benefactor.
Long may this cow be milked.
So by mysterious benefactor, you mean me, right? I'm the one doing this. That's alright.
Dirk's been in a fight with his girl. You know anything about that?
Yeah. She was pestering him about making an honest woman of her. So the dumb bastard says, I'll marry you when you figure out how to make whiskey come out of your tits. Ah. Heard she wrecked 2 windows and most of her west wall trying to get at him with a pitchfork.
Huh. This is just fascinating. You learn so much about the city and the people in the city. Well, first things first. Time to go put weird-smelling plants in the revered mother's bed. This is not a very private place to put a bed. I'm sorry, Nathaniel. You don't like it when I do this kind of thing.
Where did the brothers put my book? They should be switched for their insolence.
I'm sorry. You know what? Killing Darkspawn is tedious and dangerous and occasionally really boring work. I need something to lift my spirits and the spirits of those who travel with me. Anders thinks it's hilarious, and so does Ogren. Now I remember when we walked by that someone made a comment that the pitchfork was in a weird place. Ah, there it is.
Have I ever told you that I find tattoos on women incredibly attractive?
Have I ever told you that I find most humans physically and morally repulsive?
Good to know.
Sorry, Anders, you're not gonna mac on her. Wait for Meryl, she's an easier target. Okay, I got a pitchfork. That's great. Oh. This must have been a hell of a fight. It's not a voodoo doll, is it? Alright. So I need the soles of some shoes. And a pie. The shit I do in the name of completion.
And so I shall.
Random shoe soles. And hey, a pie. Fine. These pies look like they're supposed to be being sold by somebody.
Delighted.
Oh well, I'm just gonna steal it. I'm the Dark Wolf, bitches! You can't tell me what to do. Don't mind me, Sir Villager. I'm
And so
taking
I shall.
your creepy-looking scarecrow. Because I like to fuck with people.
As you desire.
Great. Only the tiniest bit freaky.
I almost feel sorry. You could tell she wanted to strip down and roll around scratching herself.
Ugh, please, no one needs to see that.
I saw the revered mother at the apothecary, trying to get something for an itch. What's she been up to?
Well, you see... Sorry about that. Actually, I'm not sorry about it, because it was you assholes who had me do it. We want to make sure that Melissa doesn't come at us with a rake like she did the last time, so we can't deliver the flowers ourselves. Ridiculous. Look, will you make up with your girlfriend by yourself? You fucker. You guys got anything to say? Nope. That's right, I didn't think you had anything to say for yourselves.
These blasted robes, so rough, so itchy. The revered mother of a city this size deserves so much more.
Yeah, it's okay, lady. I'm gonna take your flowers, too. Just for one last fuck you to the Chantry. There. You bunch of assholes.
Why did you even want to be a Grey Warden? You thought it would make for great drinking stories?
I can't believe you survived the joining.
You got drunk and made a bet, didn't you?
I bet you I could crush your tiny human skull.
I bet I could drink you under the table.
You're on.
Anders, that was a terrible, terrible idea. And I want to see it.
Oi, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises. Here, turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine.
It is? You found it?
I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I, for one, am done dealing with mages.
I guess I should thank you.
Damned right you should. You get caught, Anders, I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose that requires some explanation. She's normally more welcoming than that. A lot more. Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the tower, I asked her to look into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her. During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it. I know we're busy killing Darkspawn and all, but the sooner we find this vial, the better I'll feel. I wish this didn't ride up my backside.
What didn't ride up your backside? The Templars? They're gonna do that no matter what.
I think that's where the phylacteries are. It's probably guarded.
And here I almost believed the infamous Anders wouldn't take the bait.
Ha! Yes. I suppose I should have known it would be you.
You made a poor choice with this one, Commander. Anders will never submit, not to us and not to you. So far, yes. I'll make sure that this murderer is never a bother to anyone again.
What? No, you can't arrest me! Queen Honora allowed my conscription!
The Chancellor's authority supersedes the Crown in this matter. You cannot hide within the Grey Warden's ranks. Hardly surprising. The Grey Wardens have ever been a haven for criminals and Maleficar. I do not know how you inspire such loyalty, Anders, but it will avail you naught. Now you come with us.
Yeah, I don't think so. Damn it, Anders!
Who's next? I wonder if Nemea knew about this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Thank you. You stood by me, and I appreciate that. I guess they do. Anyhow, let's go before someone else rushes in to waggle a finger at us.
Ooh. Oh. What? Why is he marked as being in love with me? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I guess Anders is in love with me. There aren't supposed to be any romance options at all. Okay. Sure.
Something I can do for you, friend? And who are you supposed to be that's asking? An elf? Yes, of course. Haven't seen that fellow Christoph for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while. Of course. Here you go. It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
I'll do it, you just watch. Once I get another ale.
Something I can do for you, friend? Not much. He chatted up Sorsha a bit when she brought him his dinner. Maybe talk to her. Just darkspawn raids outside the city. Everyone's keeping close to Amaranthine. Right. Best watch yourself out there.
Looking to wet your whistle, stranger? Yes, I remember him. You all want to speak to my boss over at the bar. Looking to wet your whistle, stranger? We chatted a bit. He was a friendly sort for a Grey Warden. Spent most of his nights here drinking. Wasn't ever loud or too forward. Haven't seen him for maybe a week now. Said he was tracking some Darkspawn, one particular group that's been raiding outside the city. He told me they were acting strange, those Darkspawn. Acting obvious, like they wanted to be caught or something. I expect he caught them. Probably why he hasn't been back, right? No, he took a lot of notes while he drank. Always writing things down. Maybe there's something in his room. We chatted, like I said. He's married, as I recall. My pleasure. Send him my best when you see him.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Andraste or the Archdemon?
The Archdemon.
But Andraste could call on the Maker!
That would be cheating. Are you calling Andraste a dirty cheater?
She cheated on her husband, didn't she?
May I point out that you're all right? And the picture of virile heroism and a scholar. Really, when the Templars came for me, you could have decided I wasn't worth the trouble. But I apparently am worth the trouble. Considering I'm usually a lot of trouble, I should be grateful. I'm glad to be around. When you recruited me, I thought I was jumping from the frying pan into the fire. But being a warden is almost tolerable. It's a pleasant stroll through the park, with Darkspawn. Nothing's perfect. I thought it was worth mentioning. Thank you, Commander, for everything.
I envy the humans for so many things, but sometimes I envy them most for their tales. Even the youngest human child knows of at least a dozen heroes of legend. These tales are taken for granted. They are so abundant. Oh, it makes me angry sometimes. We Dalish have lost most of our history and our legends. What we do remember, we hold dear. But does a human child value the tale of the Paragon Idukan as much as he does Dane and the werewolf? Stories connect us to our past. They shape a people in profound ways. Without them, we are lost. I just wish I could do something to restore this lost part of our soul. Now you're just being ridiculous. Let's get on with the day. What? This book is empty. Why have you given me this useless object? Fill it with what? Recipes for roast boar and pudding? Stories? For the... Oh, that's the silliest idea I've heard. But brilliant at the same time. The Dalish will never recover what we've lost. It may be time to start creating tales anew. Perhaps one day, they will be what connects my children and their children to their past, to me. I see now that this is a gift to be treasured, and I thank you.
Where is he? I know he's here. Cough him up, Warden. You're not gonna pull the moss over my eyes. Ogren, get your hairy ass down here.
Hang on to your beard, woman. Is this a conjugal visit? Looking for Ogren to grease the old wheel?
Don't lay a finger on me. You've done a lot of stupid things on a whim, but joining the Wardens...
Didn't you say it would be... hot?
We were role-playing.
Look, I didn't sign up on a whim, alright? You kicked me out.
You were just looking for an excuse.
You kept trying to make me into something I'm not. I can't play house like you want me to. I'm only good at one thing, Fells, and it's killing.
He's always been good at killing. That and making absolutely nug-brain decisions. You had a good thing in the army. They respected you.
Felsey, I finally got the old conqueror on straight, and I don't belong anywhere but here.
Fine, Ogren, if that's what you want. The baby and I will just have to get by without you.
I'd just end up being hit. She's a tiny thing, but packs a surprising wallop. And in this mood, she'd go straight for my danglers. Come on, there's Darkspawn waiting to be killed.
I owe you an apology. There is a need. It's not fine. When I returned from the Free Marches, I was certain my family was destroyed for being on the wrong side of the war. But my father did it to himself. No conspiracies, just one stupid, selfish man. I should have known better. I should have dug deeper before I acted. I was an idiot, and like a child I blamed you and the Wardens. And here you've even proven to be a friend of sorts. Or am I reading that wrong too? Good. You know, when you conscripted me, I would not have thought I'd end up liking it. Anyway, let's be on our way. I don't want to take up more of your time.
You are gonna pay me, right? For all that arse-whipping I do for you? A stipend? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, what's a stipend? Money. Now there's a word I understand. What an arrangement. You feed me and I get to take my frustrations out on the Darkspawn. Anyway, can I have a pony? Nah, it's okay. I know you think I'm just... Bronca used to collect these little horse statues. Whoa, everything's spinning. And you're very shiny. Oh, gonna go sit down now.